We finished the first play and then realized this is going to be a theater.
There were folks coming in who would frequent the major theaters who were feeling like they were discovering the next thing.
I think our audience is counting on a very specific kind of experience, even though the shows are very different, even though every season is so different.
You cannot make art without a point of view. Our ensemble has been able to really distill that into a working process, and that's exciting to me.
At the end of the day, what are we saying about humankind?
The thing that made me realize that we did the right thing in keeping the space and becoming a theater, those things I think were the relationships more than anything that were made along the way. And in that value, there's a shared common interest of producing theater or doing theater, you know.
I feel like storefront theater in the earlier days had a thing for, I call it theater for friends. You know, you're doing it for artistic-minded folks who may or may not be in the industry, plus some in a nearby zone. But there were folks coming in who would frequent the major theaters and who were feeling like they were discovering the next thing.
I love going in that room and seeing what new thing is happening in there. And then every time it inspires me, I'm like, what can I write that fits in there in a different way? Because I think it's like 8 or 9 shows now I've done there, and every single time the space looks different. And I can't say that about any other theater, I really can't.
Because the audience is right there and we're like, we're coming, let's go. And you're gonna have to move your feet as we cross by you. The AC current is always in the space and it makes the room really alive.
And one thing too, touching back on this audience knowing Red Orchid and being comfortable with Red Orchid. We don't have to pull punches with this house.
There is truly nowhere to hide in this room. And that's part of the fun. You experience that as an actor. You experience that as an audience member. I have from both sides of that. Our designers experience it. And it helps us. It is part of why we pursue this honesty so rigorously. God, Haggard's got a great story about his first time in the house.
I was scared. I
can see why.
I was scared that something bad was going to happen on stage. It wasn't like the actors are very good at portraying these people. I was like, these people are crazy.
Yes.
Something is going to happen, you know? And I think that's the difference, is like an experience that I can be a part of as an audience member, that we want our audiences to be a part of it as opposed to viewing it from the outside or separate from it.
My first production was Gagarin Way, which was one of the more incredible pieces of live theater I'd ever seen. When Michael Shannon's character murdered a guy, I was convinced that the guy would not get up, and I've been going to every production ever since. It's one of the most remarkable experiences I've ever had.
I really want to just embrace the fact that we have a strong female artistic director, and that we embrace women in the theater. But it is not to say that we aren't embracing everyone, but it's just that it's there and it's a part of our vernacular, and it's important to us.
We look to sharpen our point of view. And we could not be more encouraged with the recent receipt of this award from the MacArthur Foundation. It means that we get to reach out more. It means that we get to be more ourselves.
I think about a year, and now it feels like, we can think about 5 years. And that, I love that.
The recognition from an organization that we all respect greatly, I think, means a lot. And the security it brings to us it's nice. It means we're on the right track.
This is an amazing group of artists. I am thrilled every time I get to work here. And because of the MacArthur grant, that means we have to worry less about how we make that happen for a period of time. So we can come here with these amazing artists and do this work that matters.
That moment that we realize that we're occupying familiar territory, that's always when we push ourselves into some of the riskier places, some of the more adventurous places. And I just know that that's going to keep going and going. So yeah, the longer we're together, the more interesting I think it becomes.
What I want for our future is to be able to welcome new artists into that, to be able to welcome new theater goers, to be able to walk down the street and say a Red Orchid and have someone go, oh yes, I know what that theater is, and I know what aesthetic that theater has.
We all bring what we've done outside of the theater into the theater, and we're able to build on that and use it. I love that we've been able to do the workshops that we've done. Just the opportunities here keep growing, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
It all started out with one person, and then two, and then three, and four, and now it's grown into this wonderful ensemble of artists who need that support, who really need the support of the community and the like. So yeah, that's my hope for the theater is that that grows more than anything.
What other stories can we tell, and how many people will see them, and what else can we do? That's the beauty of being here.
We have a lot more to share, and clearly a lot more to investigate.